Hello YouTube, this is Tim here with BroOperativeGames, and I'm just going to be talking about a recap of our first impressions video. As you saw, Chad was the one who did the recording of the first hour of gameplay of Dragon's Dogma. I thought he did pretty well. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do commentary. That's because I was at work and we got different schedules. However, I was there with the midnight release to pick up the game. Saw a little bit of gameplay in the first hour of him recording. So, anyways, but then I, of course, had to be at work. Duty calls. So, anyways, what I'm going to try to get at is, my first impressions is it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid game. Capcom, does come out with very good games every once in a while. Everything from the Devil May Cry series, the Resident Evil series, Monster Hunter. And speaking of Monster Hunter, I feel like this game has a very Monster Hunter feel, meets with Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and it's pretty solid so far. I like the mechanics. I like the fighting. It has that very classic, epic boss fight, and it's a very solid game. There are errors. There's some things that could be fixed. And also, another thing is the one sole complaint I have, and this is something I will get past eventually. A few months back when there wasn't a whole lot of information released on this game, they really did seem to make it look like it was going to be multiplayer, and I know Chad mentioned that earlier, and it is kind of upsetting. However, I feel like that's something that they could have done if they took the extra step. It would have been great, because if you think about it, there really hasn't been so far a great true open world co-op multiplayer game. There's two worlds, and those sucked. Borderlands, that had like an RPG element, open world kind of deal. And I just feel like this could have been truly one of the first great co-op co-op open world game, and it really seemed like that. However, they have this weird idea of taking other players' characters and putting them in your pawns into your game and using them. Now, for granted, the pawns actually work really, really well. The AI is actually good on your team, in my opinion. They do really well. They're very helpful, actually. I found it that they played a vital role, and if they weren't there, you'd be gone within seconds. Fighting everything from huge griffins, hydras, giant snakes, etc. And they play a vital role, and they'll heal, damage, distract, everything, and they work really well. But I just feel like this game would have been that much better if you could just a buddy of yours could just jump in and just take over and just duke it out with friends. I love co-op, and I feel like that's something that's kind of ignored these days. It's either multiplayer or single player. There's no just at least two other buddies with you, and it's a shame. But for granted, this game is great. I think this is something that many people will enjoy. However, Chad and I will be doing more coverage of this game along with other games, and as you know, our channel is called BroOperativeGames, and I'm sure you're asking, well, if it was just Chad playing, why is it called BroOperative? Well, like we said earlier, I had to go to work, and what we're going to try to do is, so we don't want to limit to ourselves to just only co-op games. We're going to be doing games and we'll do commentary from both of our, put both of our inputs into it, and we'll do commentary on a single game. If it's just single player, we'll maybe trade off. And because the reason why we're doing this is we're taking a new angle, and we're two different type of gamers. I would say Chad is more into these type of games, more of the RPG elements, open world, taking a character, developing it, from the ground up, and just character customization and classes and this type. And I'm into it too. However, I'm also into first-person shooters and more, racing and just different types. And I do like RPGs and just different variations. And I would say I'm not necessarily a casual gamer. Far from it, but I'm far from hardcore into every single type of like the Xenoblades or White Knight Chronicles, which is more of Chad's element. And so what we're going to do is take these games and put both of our inputs into it, because not every gamer is the same. Not everyone has the same taste. So, and we feel like by doing this, you'll get a clear idea of like, okay, I'm this type of gamer, you know, which one's going to match up with who, and what we're going to think. So that's why we're doing these first impressions videos, and this is our first video for YouTube, and we hope you like it. And so what we're going to try to do is put these videos up for y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy it, and tell us what, your input, what you think of the game, and what would you like for us to cover, do more of, do less of, and we're just going to take it from there. We're just going to build up. This is something new. We thought we'd do a little different, and like I said, we are going to be doing different games. However, we're going to cover this one a lot because there's a lot of content in this game, and we feel like this is something that will really work out and many people will enjoy. And well, anyways, along with that being said, we are going to cover games that are co-op, and we're going to play together and just do these. And I know there's other channels out there that do the same thing, but we are two different gamers, and it's just going to be something, a new angle. And we do have games in mind, but just keep an eye out for our channel, and we'll keep posting them. So, anyways, Tim here, and hope for y'all to keep watching our videos, and we'll add commentary and do other games in the future. Well, anyways, y'all have a good one, and take care, YouTube.